who it is. The welcome return of a certain Ulsterman. Mr. Bunny's Vengeance is back in the lobby. And now Smug has readied up, so it looks like it's 7 of them. It'll be a one-shot quali in the wet in Canada for a 5-lapper, and then the other 2, I can't exactly remember, I think it's Australia and Monaco. But I might have that wrong. We'll have to wait and see as we go along. Do let us know what you think in the chat as well. And news from last night is that Jaden was disqualified. After his coming out on wet tyres. And Colin fell foul of the stewards and lost his Pro-Am victory after his collision with Senna that caused a DNF. Gained him a 15-second penalty. So just like in the real F1, sometimes things change after the end of the race. And yesterday, that was the case. King Kong inheriting the Pro-Am victory and P4 overall. UJ kept the victory as he was found to not be at fault for the collision with Jaden. Here we go on one-shot quali, where I'm just going to sort my settings out. We are on full wets. And we'll stay with Senna because that's who it's given us. And it is one shot. Qualified, just 7 of them on the grid, so very much an open race for the 5 laps. And Senna at the moment is going for provisional pole. He's the quickest out there so far. Maybe he's found his calling with the wet weather. Could it be a return to form for Senna? Or maybe not. He's made a bit of a mess of that, has he? He's still, though, right up there. Keep it tidy through the final chicane. And he's going to come to the line. Is he going to be pole? Yes, he is. Senna takes pole. Colin DQ'd as well as Bunny. Senna on pole. Senna then takes pole from Slime in third. Sorry, Slime. Easy Life in P4 ahead of Smug. Those two battled well yesterday in the Monday race. Bunny's Vengeance and Colin will start from the back. So just a short pause rather than the longer one we usually have. So about a minute or so, I think. Is what we're told. It's going to be a full wet race. Senna, 2.5 attempts ahead of Sloth. So we come to the grid as the rain continues to bucket down in Montreal.
Blame it on the chemtrails. That was embarrassing. And Maggie's back from the sin bin. I'll light a candle for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
The question is, do you have it in you to make it epic?
Furiosa, a Mad Max saga in cinemas May 24.
Meet Darren. Darren never used to like the motorway. Then one day, he discovered a better way. Now Darren never hogs the middle lane and always keeps at least 2 seconds from the vehicle in front, reducing congestion, collisions, and transforming his journey. Take it away, Darren.
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Say it again now.
Little changes change everything. National Highways.
Pit view is very difficult indeed. A change in the order at the front at the moment. Senna from Sloth, then Syme, Easy Life. Barney's Vengeance now pursuing Easy Life. Then it's Smug and Colin. Points make prizes. The points at the end of the 3 races tonight decide whether you're going through or not. Barney up the inside and passes his life. Smug went a bit wide and lost out to Colin. Maybe caught some contact there. Syme is now chasing down Sloth and is going to get the move up the straight. Syme into P2. Colin now making a move on Easy Life. As Senna tries to get away at the front. He's doing a reasonable job of that at the moment. Lap 2 of 5, Senna leads from Syme, Sloth in third. Then Buddy's Vengeance will try and chase him down. Colin in fifth from Easy Life, and Smug is at the back. Don't forget 3 races, and then we have some more for you as another quarter-final will take place immediately afterwards. That one will feature Swanton, Mr. Pickle amongst others, as Bunny's Vengeance now tries to get within passing range of the Sloth. You see Senna and Syme up ahead. And Bunny has a big wobble and hits the wall. Collins picks up a penalty in behind. Syme sets the fastest lap of the race as he tries to get after Senna. Bunny's a big accident and he's going to lose the place here to Colin possibly. He must have got some damage from that. It was a big clout on the wall. Colin almost getting to him again. Very difficult conditions, and now Smug is making it past Easy Life, who makes a dive up the inside. Goes too wide and will lose that place. Nice scrapping again between Smug and Easy Life, as it was. Indeed, Bunnies has broken his front wing. Certainly an end plate missing. Colin might go for a dive up the inside, and contact between Colin and Bunnies now. And Colin lucky to not break his front wing. Is he going to find a way past Bunny's Vengeance? He goes to the outside, does Colin, and makes it stick. He does have the pass. Now can he drive away? He's got a 2-second penalty. Syme continues to close on Senna. Can he get to him? Couple of passes. Now Senna has got a penalty. And that's going to cost him the win, surely. Syme can now just follow. And it will be victory. He's right there in the league championship. Battle is Syme. And now he looks on course to take the first victory in this cup quarter final. Bunnies is remaining within a second of Colin despite that damage. No DRS, of course, in these conditions. And Syme's now picked up a penalty as well. And Senna suddenly is back on course. And Sloth could well be on for a P2. Or even better if he can close up. Final lap of the race. Senna and Syme both with 2-second penalties then. Sloth in third. At the moment, 2 seconds behind Syme. So not set to gain. Bunny's trying to stay within 2 seconds of Colin. He's set to jump back up into P4. The leaders are coming down towards the final chicane, which is the Wall of Champions. And Senna is looking like the winner. Round the last corner he goes. Syme closes up. Colin picks up another penalty. Senna wins. Syme does lose out on second. Sloth sets the fastest lap of the race as well, and only just misses out on the victory. Bunnies jumps Colin, and who was lucky to stay ahead of Smug with 2 penalties in the end. And Easy Life rounds off the 7 of them. So it's a narrow victory for Senna. Sloth given the driver of the day, finishing in P2, and only just in P2, with the fastest lap bonus point, which of course will help. There we have it. Senna from Sloth and Syme, Bunny's Vengeance, Colin, Smug and Easy Life. That's race 1 of 3 of this first quarter final. So let's see what the next one has in prospect. I believe now we go in, this will be the grid order for the next race, if I've read my notes correctly. But we shall see. As we move on. Quiet in the chats tonight, folks. Do come and say hello if you're watching. I've got them all open and ready for you. So someone will be making a note of the points, as they don't appear to have appeared on here for some reason. I'm hoping as Swanton is in on spectator duty, so he'll be doing that. And then Smug for the second quarterfinal. So, Australia next. They'll just set the grid and change to dry, I believe. It's not going to be all wet races. Someone tell Smug he's got to put the weather on dry. There we go.
Hello.
Must be listening. Hello to Stacey in the chat. We have got someone in the chat at last. And of course, it's my biggest fan. The lovely Stacey is in the chat. Good evening to you. Slightly different stream to what we're used to on DRS. And we're getting sorted now for the second race, which is in Australia. We are live on Kick as well as Twitch, folks. Do go over and give us a Kick follow. We're on 42. We need to get to 75 in order to unlock Kick subscriptions. We had a record 7 viewers in the Kick yesterday on our fortnight stream. So I do appreciate that. Twitch we've had up to 20. That's on my own Twitch, obviously. Probably more on the League One as well. So we appreciate you coming in and spending your evenings with us as we look towards the new game. Shout to Baker, who's having his final league race tomorrow night at Monaco. Good luck to all of the Blobby Monday drivers in there as well, including Squid, George, Grace, Jonathan, Webster, Cam, Adkins, Kieran. And even though they've left the Blobby Mondays now, Leo and Show Saint as well. So do tune in tomorrow night. Kick.com/BakerPlays, ending with a Z, for their final race of the season. Blobby Mondays has 3 races to go, not 3 weeks because we skip bank holidays. 5 red lights, and the second race is underway. And Senna leads them away from Sloth. Smugs managed to get the jump on Colin, and he hasn't. Colin manages to edge him back out. So it's as you are. Colin going to make a dive on Bunny's Vengeance. And Bunny might lose out 2 places here. Smug goes a bit wide. Bunny sweeps back round the outside, but goes very wide and off the track and off. And Smug got caught up in that a little bit. But the Bunny is off at the back. Did Smug get damage from that? I'm not sure. He's scrapping with easy life at the moment. Bunny's Vengeance tried to sweep it around the outside, got some wheels on the grass, and that was it for him. It's getting close at the front as well. Sloth is round! Sloth spins! Sloth has spun. He's lucky to not beach it there on the curb. And Sloth spins, trying to pass Senna. Syme got caught up in that as well. An eventful lap 1. Syme has broken his front wing. You can see the end plate is missing there. I want to have a look at Smug as well. His is also missing, I think.
Expected Bunny to be up there. Now he only has 1 race to save it.
Bunny into the pits. for a new front wing. Indeed, Max, I believe it's all down to the qualifying of one-shot quali at Canada. It got a DQ, invalidated lap, and it's put him at the back of the field. And these 5-lap races are so quick fire that sometimes, if you can do what Senna's done in this race so far, you can just get away and get the win. Easy Life is back ahead of Smug, who's got a broken wing. In fact, maybe he hasn't. Not sure, it looked like it was. Symes definitely is. And Easy Life might fancy a podium, because Syme might struggle for pace. We're going to get DRS soon. Colin, Easy Life in fact sets the fastest lap of the race. And now Sloth sets the fastest lap. He didn't pick up damage on his spin, so he's still way clear of Bunny, who had to get a new front wing. King Kong says Sloth needs to up his game, and he's cheering on Easy Life, who is giving Syme a run for his money. Smug also right in there. Podium could be on the cards for Easy or Smug if Syme can't hold out with that broken wing. Bit of DRS help now as well for the two of them as they chase Syme.
Comes back in LV.
Max is hoping for a Bunny comeback in the last race of the quarter-final. Senna at the moment is well and truly the leader. Colin sets the fastest lap of the race though and is closing in. 2 laps to go. And still tight battles on the track. Colin trying to stop Senna, making it 2 wins out of 2. These two, of course, came to blows on Monday, which resulted in Senna's DNF and Colin picking up a 15-second penalty. Bunny's Vengeance sets the fastest lap of the race, a much needed bonus point. Easy Life still trying to get to Syme. Could this be the moment for Easy Life? Not quite. But now surely he's going to have the exit of the corner, but so is Smug. Look at Smug. Look at Smug. Smug round the outside of Easy Life. Now can he get to Syme? Senna still leads from Colin. Syme still managing to hold off Smug and Easy Life. But Smug's coming for him now. Smug's going to go up the inside. And takes P3. Smug takes P3. Easy Life still trying to hang in there as well with Syme. And Easy Life push wide there. Syme picks up a penalty. Colin's going to continue to try and chase Senna. Off goes Sloth and out of the race. Sloth is out. And Bunny will pick up an extra couple of points for that as well. As Syme is going to retake Smug. Easy Life still there as well. Colin now side by side with Senna. And Colin into the gravel. Colin into the gravel. In behind it's Syme from Smug and Easy Life. But Syme's got that penalty, of course. Senna got his elbows out. He's made it to the line and Senna wins again. 2 wins for Senna. Colin comes in second. Smug will get the podium ahead of Easy Life and Syme, and Bunny's Vengeance will come home in P6 with the fastest lap, with Sloth an unfortunate DNF. So work to do for Bunny's Vengeance in Vegas. And Bunny showing his frustration there, slamming it over the line.
Got a lot of pace today.
Senna certainly did show the wet lap to get the pole on the first race has served him well, and it's now back-to-back wins. Little bit of revenge possibly on Colin for yesterday as he edged him out there into the gravel. Smug in the end getting the better of Easy Life, and them two both passing Syme on penalty, ahead of Bunnies, who had the fastest lap bonus point, and Sloth, who will not score. So one more race then in this first quarter final. I'm not sure how many qualify. I should really have a little look. I think the top 6 actually go through, so nobody in, just one in danger to drop out, I believe. It appears that way. And then these will go down to 4 semi-finals, where only the winners go through to the final. That's what the bracket tells me. If I've got that wrong, then I apologise. The last one then is Las Vegas. In the sunshine, I believe. In the night time. So Vegas in the night time. Can Senna make it 3 out of 3? Haven't got the points on screen, as you can tell. So here we go then, for the last one of these, of the 3 races in quarter final number 1. A lot of people complaining about this track and its inclusion in the calendar, but I quite like it. A couple of corners I can't do, like most tracks, but I will take Vegas and Miami over Kota every time. That's personal preference. Interestingly, the deep dive part 3 into F124 mentioned that they've got 24 the 24 tracks of this season. So does that mean it's the end of France and Portimao for the game? Obviously they were in the last couple of games, despite not being on the calendar. Here we go then. 5 lights. And away they go again. And Collins got up the inside of Senna this time. And in the wall is Easy Life. Easy Life is in the wall and out. And Smug's got a penalty for a collision with Easy Life. And Buddy's out. Buddy's out at the back. Buddy is out as well at the back. In fact, he's still going. Just about. But we've had 2 of them end up in the wall early doors. Colin leads from Senna, then Syme. Smug with a penalty, then Sloth. And Bunny's Vengeance without a front wing for the second race in a row. Smug closing on Syme. Bit of slipstream will go here, and Syme is in danger. Smug is going to be able to drag race him down and make the place. Or is he? Syme's coming back at him. A great drag race down the Las Vegas Strip, and Syme retakes P3. Senna right on the back of Colin. Familiar foes this week. As Bunny will struggle his way into the pit lane. The others all very closely bunched. Sloth now tagging on to the back of Smug. Colin still leads from Senna on lap 2. Smug and Sloth trying to pursue Syme. And the Bunny is leaving the pits. Almost half a lap down. Swanton. Senna, Colin, Syme, Smug, Sloth and Bunnies are through. Joker and MK5 no-showed, and Easy Life is also out. So we're now racing for the semi-final positioning orders. These two are racing like madmen. Senna and Colin really going at it. Thank you very much for the update there, Swanton. And Senna's out! Out is Senna! Senna's gone! And has Colin put him in the wall for a second time this week? But I'm not sure. I didn't see it. So Bunny will make it through. despite nowhere near his best showing.
It's not me for once, sticking Senna in the wall, rolling on the floor laughing.
Mr. Pickle is happy it's not him that's sticking Senna in the wall. It was Colin on Monday, and he was racing with Colin again there. Interesting. We shall see about that. Still a good battle on for second here. Syme holding off Smug and Sloth. Sloth sets the fastest lap of the race. Smug tries to go the inside. Syme defends. Smug, of course, has a penalty. So really needs to get by and try and get away. And he might get by here. Up the inside. Syme will try the switchback. Bunny's Vengeance now sets the fastest lap of the race for a little bonus point. Syme continues to try and chase down Smug, with Sloth clinging on to the back of them. Could be another overtake in the works here with some DRS down this big straight. Smug pulls right in behind straight away for some slipstream. Up over the ridge, and Syme back into P2. Colin up ahead, about to start the final lap of the race. Smug having another look up the inside. Sloth trying to stay with them. Senna will be a relieved man to know that his DNF will not cost him in terms of qualification, having won the first two races. Colin not got far to go now to claim the victory. Smug's going to have DRS to have another go at Syme, but the penalty is going to negate anything for him. And it looks like it's going to be P4 for Smug. Even though he's going to have a look up the inside of Syme into the chicane. Syme switched him back beautifully. Lovely switch back from Syme to take P2 on the road. But Colin will win in Las Vegas. Syme in P2. Sloth takes P3 from Smug on penalty. And we await Bunny's Vengeance coming home for P5. And a little bit fortunate for Bunny's Vengeance to be going through. But we can confirm Senna, Colin, Syme, Smug, Sloth and Bunnies are through to the semi-finals. Swanson will be in the chat shortly to let us know the finishing 1 to 6 positions, hopefully. And that will determine the allocation of the semi-finals number 1 and 3. Coming up after that, in the next 5 minutes or so, once we get the lobby in, it is quarterfinal number 2, and I think there are a few more drivers in that one, because we had a couple of no-shows in this one. So Colin takes that win from Simon second, Sloth was third, Smug in P4, Bunny's Vengeance P5, the DNFs of Senna and Easy Life mean that Easy Life is out. The other 6 progress to the semi-finals. So 1 down, 1 to go. That's the first quarter final done and dusted. We're going to the same 3 tracks in the same conditions. For quarter final number 2. And while we wait, I will just let you know who that features. We have Swanton, 50 Gent, Brad Mason, Mr. Pickle, Skippy I think's unavailable, Max World, King Kong, Craggy and Spoony. Not seen Craggy for a while as well. So we'll now start to get people leaving and other people joining in. King Kong having a go at Joker for his no-show. Kong is now in. And Swanton, Mr. Pickle, Max World. Hopefully Brad and the rest. Not sure if Mr. Pickle is actually from Senegal or has just picked the flag because he likes it. I think that's Senegal. Haven't watched enough AFCONs recently, though I did enjoy the Ivory Coast president dancing around enjoying himself with the team when they won it at home.
It Ghana and him from England low.
It's Ghana, there you go. I definitely haven't been watching enough African Nations Cups then. And thank you for the answer. You can tell I'm waffling. King Kong says Easy should have another go. I'm not sure that that's in the rules. hello to Meggie Eggie in the chat. Good evening, Meg. Who else have we got? 50 Gent is in. Swanton is in. Mr. Pickle is in. Max is in. King Kong's in. Craggy is in. We need Spoonie and we need Brad. Spoonie and Brad we're missing at the moment. See if I've got either of those on my list. I've got Brad. My aunt's sister's a name from the past. And I haven't got Spoonie either. So just Spoonie did in fact confirm, but Brad didn't, according to what we have here. So there is a groundswell for Easy to be let back in. We'll see what happens there. I'm sure he wouldn't want to be eliminated twice, but there you go. Just a little pause, don't desert us just yet. While they sort out the lobby. Same format applies, one shot quali, where again, whoever the game loads me on, I will stick with to watch. Well, for Senna, who got the pole and went on to win the first couple of races. Easy Life's back in the session. Senna says he was going for the triple but binned it. Swanton says Easy Life will be racing again due to low numbers. Wonderful. Sloth, that was a lot of fun, but now looking forward to watching the QF2. And Swanton saying that Easy Life did indeed get wiped out in the last race. I thought as much. And there we go. So can Easy Life make amends? Can he get into the top 6 out of these 7? Disappointing from the no-shows. Swanton and Smug put a lot of effort into obviously the competition based on a bracket of X amount of drivers, and then when drivers don't turn up it does ruin it a little bit. So especially the ones who have not said anything previously, that's poor form, I shall say, without meaning to go too deep. Senna loves the format and he wants it again. We are with Mr. Pickle on this qualifying lap in the wet. And I haven't got lap data on. And Mr. Pickle has invalidated. So we're going to go to Max. Mr. Pickle will be starting at the back as he's invalidated. Max currently in P1 from Craggy King Kong. The Alfa Romeos and Easy Life. 2 Red Bulls and 2 Alfa Romeos in this session. Just how it turned out. As Max comes to the last chicane. Keeps it tidy. Is that going to be enough for pole? Yes it is. Max World takes provisional pole. Takes pole. 3 disqualifications. So Max on pole. Everyone loving the format. King Kong in P2, almost 2 seconds back. Then Swanton and Easy Life with DQs for 50 Gent, Craggy and Mr. Pickle. Senna blowing his trumpet in the chat. That was a turn up today. Indeed. Very good stuff from yourself, sir.
That wet pole lap definitely set you on the way. I should have made a note of what the time was. I believe Max's might have been quicker. But there we go. We will see as the tournament progresses.
Two semi-finals next week and 2 the following week, and the grand finale on the 28th.
Face with tears of joy.
My voice is high pitched. Okay, don't know why that is. Maybe you've got your stream setting on fast forward or something. Or someone's been fiddling with my settings when I'm not looking, but nobody else goes on here, so I don't know who would have done that.
It's back to normal now.
Ah, must have just been a loading glitch then. Craggy says, I sounded like a mouse for 10 seconds. Ah yeah, must have just been a loading glitch. I'll have to have a look back and clip that for TikTok later on. F1 commentator on Helium or something like that.
Stream name is playing Fortnite.
My stream name shouldn't be playing Fortnite because I changed it before I come on. But it always does that. It's very annoying. I definitely changed it. It is... I can't do it now because it's live, but it definitely is... was changed. Anyway, here we go. 5 lights. In the rain in Montreal. And away we go. Good start by Craggy. He's off the line and potentially getting up a place ahead of 50 Gent. And Mr. Pickle's going to go past 50 as well. A bad start for 50 Gent, dropping to the rear. Max away well. Easy Life had a bit of a wobble there. He's going to lose out to Craigie. And now Mr. Pickle as well. So Craggy and Mr. Pickle up a couple of places each. ahead of Easy Life and 50 Gent. The key to this race, as we saw earlier on, is don't get a penalty. And Craggy making his way through the field, passes Swanton. And 50 around the outside of Easy Life. Those two side by side, and 50 is going to get the job done. Mr. Pickle now trying to get to Swanton as well. As you see the leaders come through. And they're side by side again, are 50 and Easy. And maybe a bit of contact as well. Max is away by 1.5 seconds from King Kong. Craggy already up to P3 and chasing King Kong down now. Mr. Pickle trying to get to Swanton. Getting close as well. Up ahead, look at Craggy. Having a look up the inside. Not going to do it on this occasion. Neither is Pickle. Could it be into the hairpin that Craggy makes the move? Not quite. But now it will be as King Kong goes wide. And Craggy up to P2. And we'll now try and get after Max. In fact, King Kong side by side. Two of them can't go through there at once. And King Kong had to yield. Max sets the fastest lap of the race. Mr. Pickle now has passed Swanton. And up into P4 goes Mr. Pickle. Now a big gap back to 50 and Easy Life, who's struggling. And now Craggy's got a penalty. He's already nearly 2 seconds ahead of King Kong. But that's going to be damaging to his chances of going for the race win. As we look at the excellent heli. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excellent helicopter cam there. And wide again goes King Kong, and this could open the door for Mr. Pickle. King Kong not quite got that hairpin right yet. And Mr. Pickle is now interested in going for that podium spot. Craggy is closing on Max, but that penalty could be all decisive. Mr. Pickle sets the fastest lap of the race. Every bonus point could count, of course. And now he's very much closed in on the back of King Kong. Look at the extra grip he seemed to have there. Mr. Pickle's making the move. He's going the long way round the outside. And he's made it stick. Mr. Pickle up to P3. Ahead now of King Kong. Craggy within half a second of Max. King Kong now picking up a penalty. Craggy, fastest lap of the race. Can Swanton close to within that 2 seconds on this final lap of King Kong? And potentially nick a place off him with the penalty. Craggy's going for the race win on the track, despite his penalty. Very close to the back of Max now. Mr. Pickle looks settled in third. King Kong, the gap is coming down to Swanton. But is it going to come down quickly enough? Craggy's going to make the move, I think. Into the hairpin. No, he doesn't decide to. And a bit of contact. Max had a bit of a squirm. And then a power slide from Craggy. It's all got a little bit messy towards the end. And that could bring Mr. Pickle within 2 seconds of Craggy. That might cost Craggy P2 here. It's going to be very tight. Max is going to cross the line for the win. Now can Mr. Pickle get there? No. He's going to be P3. King Kong P4. Swanton in P5. 50 Gent and Easy Life will complete 4 points as well. Mr. Pickle almost burgling Craggy on penalty there. So there we have race 1 of the 3. Craggy, the driver of the day, as he started at the back and ended up in P2. Also solid drive from Mr. Pickle from the back as well. But Max is on the top step. Craggy takes the fastest lap as well. Mr. Pickle in third from King Kong, Swanton 50 and Easy Life. So next we are back off to Australia. And while we wait for that, I'm just going to check something on my Twitch board. My title definitely says, I see what you mean, there's a Fortnite tag still there. The title actually says F123 according to here. Anyway folks, if you're not following already, please do. 105 followers on Twitch, 42 on Kick. Trying to get that up to 75. Swanton is blaming the setup. You not got custom setups? Or have you been lazy and only got dry ones? Interesting. That'll be the first thing I do when I get the new game. Try and get some good setups. Get any bit of advantage that I can. Obviously, probably more likely to stick to the commentary box than the driving for most part, but always give it a go on a new game. Never know what might happen. So here we go. The next race is Australia.
Ready for the big finale?
And favourable starting positions here. Obviously, due to a few no-shows, only one will be dropping out from this 7. I think the original plan was for 9 or 10 drivers to be in each quarter-final. Be good, perhaps, to try and do a larger scale version of this for in the future, where we try and fill it with as many as 80 drivers and have full quarterfinals, maybe 5 or 6 races. Just thinking out loud, folks. Of course, not my brainchild, is that of Smug and Swanton, who are always working hard to make things more interesting and come up with new concepts in DRS. 5 lights are out and away we go. I'm going to lose them on this camera view. Craggy up the inside. And contact to Craggy in the wall and out of the race. Craggy's out. I think there was contact with Max. Swanton has made it up to P2. He had a good start. Then Mr. Pickle, King Kong, 50 Gent and Easy Life. And King Kong's picked up a penalty already. Very early penalty for King Kong. Max leads from Swanton. Mr. Pickle, King Kong. Easy Life making a move on 50 Gent. And had to bail out of it. Kong now going for Mr. Pickle. As Swanton tries to follow Max through the end of the first lap. Look at them going right to the inside, Max and Swanton. Kong trying to get to Mr. Pickle, just went a little wide there, could open the door. 50 Gent trying to stick with them. No DRS yet. But King Kong's going to try and go around the long way round the outside. And he's going to get the move. So King Kong up to P3, ahead now of Mr. Pickle. 50 Gent in P5 from Easy Life. Easy Life probably needs somebody in front to have a bit of a tangle at the moment. He's struggling. He's trying to cling on to the back of these as Mr. Pickle now picks a penalty, which could be good news for the ones behind. Max has set the fastest lap. He's now got 1.5 seconds on Swanton, so there'll be no DRS assistance for Swanton, who is comfortably second ahead of this battle between King Kong, Mr. Pickle, 50 Gent and Easy Life. With King Kong and Mr. Pickle both on penalties. .50 now with DRS and Easy Life as well. Easy Life really going for it. Could be going for a move here, Easy Life on 50 Gent. Tries to go up his inside, didn't quite make it. But we'll keep pushing and pushing. There you see Max leads from Swanton. King Kong now getting away a little bit from Mr. Pickle, who probably needed that DRS to defend with, as he's got 50 Gent and Easy Life coming after him here. And 50 Gent now applying real pressure to Mr. Pickle. Easy Life sticking with them. Just had a little wobble there, Easy Life. And maybe lost them a little bit. .50 still keeps the pressure on. Of course, doesn't need to actually pass Mr. Pickle at this point. With penalties, it'll be enough for him to potentially get to P3. That'll be tight though. More DRS. Is it time now for 50? He's going to stick to the outside, is he? Yes. Sticks to the outside, doesn't make the lunge. More DRS. Is he going to go for the inside this time? Again, sensible from the Alfa Romeo driver, just staying behind his prey, knowing he's got a penalty. No risk needed at the moment for 50 Gent. Into the last sector of the final lap goes Real Max World. And 50 Gent does make the move on Mr. Pickle. And now can he stay within that 2 seconds of King Kong and get himself on the podium? A big race this for 50. Max comes around the last corner. And it's 2 wins from 2 for Max World. Swanton comes home in P2. King Kong will come home in P3 but lose that place to 50 Gent, who finishes 3rd ahead of King Kong. Thanks to the penalty. Then it was Mr. Pickle and Easy Life with Craggy in the wall in turn 1. So Craggy is going to need a bit in Vegas just to make sure. Easy Life needs a good showing in Vegas. In fact, Easy Life ahead of Mr. Pickle in the end with the penalty. So P5 for Easy Life. Max the win and the fastest lap. Craggy work to do from the back in Vegas. Easy Life will hope he gets through the first corner in Vegas this time. Max home and hosed. Can he do what Senna failed to do and make it 3 wins out of 3? The night of Las Vegas will decide. And that will be the last one of the stream this evening. So the final race coming up. I will stay on just to receive confirmation from Smug or Swanton in the chat at the end of the positionings, or at least who qualifies and who is out. But then that'll be my lot in terms of the stream. And I will then be back on Monday for a double header. DRS at 8 p.m. Full quali in South Africa. And then straight on to Blobby Mondays in Mexico. Just 3 races to go in Blobby Monday Season 2. And the title race hotting up between the two Belgians. Someone phoning me when I'm live on stream. Not now, sir. Thank you. Craggy with some frustrated words in the chat. Swanson, as ever, reminding everyone of their standards and that the stewards are on active duty. Just a mention for my Blobby Monday, ladies and gentlemen, after we had a completely incident-free race a couple of weeks ago, or sorry, last week. Obviously no race this week, but the previous week at Monza, so well done everyone. After quite a few incidents the week before in Hungary in a wet-dry race. Obviously Swanton just reminding everyone in the chat to behave. They do run a very tight ship in terms of stewarding. So good that I brought Senna and Swanton in to do the stewarding for Blobby Mondays as well, which I much appreciate them doing. Last race then, coming up. Las Vegas. Can Max make it 3 wins out of 3? Has he got a target on his back from Craggy? I hope not. Nice and lively in the chat now anyway. Let's see what happens on track in this final race. And if I'm allowed to be biased, somehow hope that Easy Life can at least get the finish after the unfortunate accident in quarter-final 1. Here we go then. 5 lights go out and away they go. And Swanton looks to the inside and makes it up the inside. Craggy's collided with Easy Life and got a penalty. You're looking at the wrong Red Bull, sir. Swanton didn't have the lead for long. Max back up into, and contact between 50 and King Kong there. Mr. Pickle's going to take advantage, and 50 hit him in the back, I think, off in front to Max and Swanton. And a bit of a mess coming through there, but everybody has made it through. 50's dropped to the back. Craggy trying to get after Easy Life once again. And goes up his inside, and Easy Life was squeezed a bit there. And 50's going to have a go at Easy Life now as well. Who drops to the back. Craggy going for Mr. Pickle. Went deep. Mr. Pickle with a switchback. Beautiful move, Mr. Pickle. Lovely move by Mr. Pickle to retake Craggy there. Max gets through the first lap unscathed, having swapped places with Swanton a couple of times. Swanton went a bit wide, and King Kong now might fancy a look. Craggy now getting back to the tail of Mr. Pickle after he lost some time with Mr. Pickle's switchback. And Easy Life just going a bit off there, just as he was starting to catch 50 once again. Craggy closing in, having a look round the outside, biding his time at the moment, but should get him now on the straight. Bit of slipstream as well. Very close by each other. And Craggy gets the move. Swanton also making a move. Swanton up the inside of Max World. And back into the lead. But for how long? Look at Max. Max going to try and take him back into the final corner. It's a flat corner, this. Swanton sets the fastest lap of the race, beaten by Craggy. And Max retakes the lead. Craggy has got Mr. Pickle. The two leaders are side by side, and Swanton's back in front. King Kong's trying to join the party. Easy Life passes 50 Gent at the back, which could be crucial. Max Swanton and King Kong. Three of them all going for it now. Craggy and Mr. Pickle trying to keep up. And Easy Life and 50 Gent. Max trying to get 3 wins from 3, but it's going to be difficult. Swanton swarming all over him. Mr. Pickle could make it 3 wide. Swanton into the lead. Mr. Pickle and King Kong going side by side. Max, and King Kong. Not Mr. Pickle, he's in 5th. Craggy has now caught this battle, and Mr. Pickle's trying to cling on as well. Craggy sets the fastest lap of the race once again. Kong trying to get to Max. Both got DRS on. Swanton who needs to defend. Swanton leads from Max. King Kong, Craggy just maybe struggling to keep up with them a little bit. Then Mr. Pickle, big gap to Easy Life, who has now got 50 for company once again. But 50's broken his front wing. That's why 50's been struggling. You can see there his front wing is completely bashed. Swanton then, can he hold off Max? It doesn't look like he can on this occasion. 50 Gent is off at the back. And Max has retaken the lead. Kong fancies a move as well. Goes to the outside. And contact between Kong and Swanton. But Kong gets the move for now. Craggy right in behind as well now. Max has stolen a second. Swanton and King Kong going in the corner together. Craggy trying to pick up scraps. King Kong up to P2. But for how long? Another drag race. King Kong without DRS now. Mr. Pickle looking for a... Craggy, sorry, looking for a late dive. Mr. Pickle trying to keep up. Swanton gets it back from Kong, who's now got Craggy and Mr. Pickle right at his tail. Craggy with penalty, of course, will lose out to these. Maybe Mr. Pickle holding off for that reason. Max looks like he's going to do it. It looks like 3 from 3 for Max. Craggy takes P3, but he's not going to keep it with that penalty. Max coming into the chicane for the final time. And it's the perfect hat-trick for Max World, who wins in Las Vegas to make it 3 out of 3 and sets the fastest lap of the race. Swanton will come home in P2. King Kong jumps Craggy, who managed to get away from Mr. Pickle and stay ahead of him. Easy Life P6 and 50 will come home in P7 with a broken front wing. I will now await to see who is the unlucky 7th place overall. So I'm hoping Swanton will come in the chat now and let us know the qualifiers. Max taking that one. He has won and got the fastest lap as well. Swanton in P2 from King Kong P3. Good evening, Adkins. We are literally just finishing, sir, in this Cup special of DRS. King Kong was P3 from Craggy in P4. Snuck ahead of Mr. Pickle despite that penalty. Easy Life was P6 and 50 Gent P7. I'm not sure if Easy Life or 50 have finished last of the 7 and dropped out. So I will await confirmation of that. Easy Life definitely making the most of the second bite of the cherry in terms of Las Vegas anyway. This time everybody managing to finish despite 50 coming home with not much front wing left on his car. So I will be away next Tuesday for the first couple of semi-finals. So do tune in to DRL UK next Tuesday while I'm at Ibrox at the same time, 8 o'clock, for those semi-finals, which will be brought to you by somebody else on comms. But of course, join me for DRS Monday as usual. I think it's Jeddah this week, followed by Mexico. Jeddah full quali on Monday at 8, followed by Mexico Blobby Mondays at 10 on Monday. So then the last 2 Tuesdays of May, do join us as we bring you the completion of this cup competition, where the second 2 semi-finals will be on the 21st and the final itself on the 28th. We'll let you know more about the format as we go along, but it will be similar with the 5 lappers. Just a little way to close down on this particular game as the new one comes into focus shortly. Blobby Mondays, we do still have potentially some seats for the new season starting in July, so do drop me a message if interested and I'll get you in the Discord. Reserve seats available for the last 3 races. We've got Mexico, Brazil and Japan to complete the season. Until next time, this has been the DRS Cup. I have been Blobby Butler. This has been F123. Soon I'll be saying F124. Until next Monday, good night for now.